Hi everyone and welcome. Good of you to join me on this unboxing. I have opened this. I took a very quick look at it at the front door while the delivery man patiently waited, and then signed a document saying I'm happy with it. There's no damage to the exterior box or the contents. This has made its way from Europe, France to be precise. But what is it? Let's take a look at what's inside the box. Yeah, there it is. I'm not teasing anyone. There is no display box. It is well protected. Very thin sheet of polystyrene sheeting. I did have to take that off when they delivered it just to make sure all the parts were still in place. Apart from that, I have not seen the contents of this. And when I remove that top sheet, that's as much as I've seen. And then we're all together in looking at what's in it. But we still don't know what it is. So let's take that top sheet of polystyrene away and see what we've got. Any ideas yet? Oh God, I'm so excited about this. What I'll do now is I'll move that to one side and we'll do the usual reveal and examine all the parts up close and personal. A spar. We have what could possibly be a fiberglass spar. It's not particularly thick, if you can see down there. And I must say I do take these out in the easiest order, so it's first come first serve. And the first thing I had to take out to get at the rest is the spar. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Here's a wing. These are water slide decals. The whole thing has the light blue paint. There's a clue. And the blue, the darker blue and the brown are decals. All blue underneath. There are quite a lot of mould points. They are small, but there is a lot of them. I would be lying if I said it was smooth. You can definitely feel them, and it's got one of these great big mould impressions there. Servo with ball link connectors, pressed foam hinging. This is part of a wheel well on the underside of the wing. Here's your connector for your servo. This is for the spar, of course. And here are two plastic pieces where you will obviously use a screw there and a screw there to hold the wing in place. The wing has what are looking like two, one down there and one across there, integrated wing spars, as well as the main spar which seems to run across this way. I have to say the top's quite smooth, but that's because the decals actually cover a lot of the moulding points on the top wing. But there are far less moulding points on the top wing than on the bottom. The bottom's got a lot. But it's still extremely nice. This vulnerable piece here sticking out has actually got what looks like a carbon spar or a spar of some sort that runs to just before the very tip. No lights on the wings. There is a wing. here is the other wing. Slightly different patterns, but again these are water slide decals that have been applied. The same setup. The moulding here is not perfect, I'll be honest with you. It's a bit bumpy here. That could have been trimmed down. This looks okay. And another one of those couple of those big pressed in moulding marks. So straight away we know it's not X-Fly and it's not FMS. But I will let you know right now we're looking at a Fly Fans aircraft. Those of you who know your aircraft, this is going to give it all away, so after I've shown you this I'll tell you exactly what it is for those who don't like the game. This is the tail section of the aircraft. Very nice moulding this. Again, water transfer, dark blue. Quite a few moulding points underneath with the big press there. That's the tail of this aircraft. And this is the nose of the aircraft. Yeah, have you got it yet? Because I changed my mind. I'm not going to tell you just because of that. I'll wait until a piece comes out that's a dead giveaway. This is the nose of that aircraft. And it has a magnet here, so it just holds on with a magnet. Not FMS quality moulding, but it's still quite good, and this is all paint. Right, well I think this bit might be the giveaway. Here is one of the fins and rudders of the aircraft, and of course the aircraft is an SU27. It's a 64mm twin SU27 by X-Fly. So this is one of the fins and rudders. Water transfer decals. This is a stick-on, as is this, the Sukhoi emblem. Servo, ball links already installed. This is paint up here. This is nice and shiny actually. It's got a sheen to it, the whole thing has. Here's the other one on the other side. It's quite nice how they've sort of masked this area off, where you have to glue it. So there is gluing on this, but there's also some screwing. Water slides already applied. Push rod, ball link, horns already in there. And you've got some decals on this side. And this of course is a Ukrainian squadron logo. And this is 56 up there. That's definitely not a water slide. That's cut out and stuck on. As is this. This is stuck on. Silver's a water slide on this side. As is the dark blue and the brown. Yeah, very nice. Then we've got, I keep getting these wrong. They are stabilators. That's it, stabilator. An all moving tail surface. Nicely moulded, this one. Yeah, ball link, little ball link there. The ball link is quite crude. It's actually got the plastic moulding bit still on it. It's not a ball at all, so that will need working on. But it's got these edge bits on it. pretty crude, to be honest. And again, it's got one of these, I don't know what they are, but they're pressed in, moulding. One here, another one. There's a bit of bubbling on this, it's not as good as the other one. So the quality isn't perfect. I guess it's not bad. I've seen worse. Another one of these things under here, but they are on the bottom, so you don't really notice them. Two of those. Oh, and by the way, those rods that they pivot on are aluminium. We have a long goodie bag with a long piece of Velcro. 2 push rods with the ball links. And then we have these rod securing devices. And we have screws, and the screws are hex driven. The bigger silver screws are hex driven and the little black screws are crosshead. Are you ready for it? And here we have the fuselage. This is nice. It's all painted blue as per the other parts. Water slide transfers on the dark blue and the brown, and any silver parts. So let's just, again, it's quite a large one, so let's put that down there. So the gold on the engines and the black is paint, then the light blue is paint across it. The dark blue, the brown and silver that you see, and any numbering are water slide transfers. This is quite strange, and let me explain. This comes off, but you don't do anything with it. There's an empty space in here, but you do not put a battery in there. You don't put your receivers in there. It's just there. This is of course the steering servo and the connector. And I never quite understood that, why that was like that, and that's just held on with magnets. This section, if I can get it off, comes up. That's where it all happens. This is clever. They've put this thing in and it acts as something to hold, to pull up. 2 magnets and tongue and groove to hold that in place. That's simple. This is a little bit harder to get off because I don't think you're supposed to take it off that often, but it's quite a nice cockpit. No detailing at all in the cockpit, which is a shame. If I can get a spare cockpit, I will, and I'll do put some sort of instrumentation in it, and I'll also remove the pilot and put a camera in the back here. But that's strange, I just don't get that and get this here. It's completely empty in there. Oops, put it the right way. This is held on by 4 metal plates and 4 little magnets. That just goes on like that. But in here, XT90 connector, so it obviously sucks a bit of juice. It's for a 6S. I think it's 4.5 to 5,000. What have we got here? It's all in Chinese, so we'll have to work out what it is. Oh no, they've got some channel numbering, but it won't necessarily match mine. It's got a Beck in there. What I've seen, most people are putting their receiver in the back here and the batteries coming in this area up here. It's good to see it's got carbon spar that side, and I can see one this side running down the nose. Strap, whether it's in the right place or not, yet to be seen. This doesn't look very deep, but it does look wide. and indeed there's nothing in here to get in the way of the battery, so that might be quite good having that like that. Let's take a look at this. There's that gold, and interestingly enough they've just sprayed over the end here. I thought these were black, but they're not. I will probably, this is hard plastic, so I will probably paint that tail section black. What have we got going on the sides here? That's where the fin goes. Here's a connection. I don't know what that's for. It's going to be for your all-moving tailplane, I guess. Retracts. Here's the connector. I hope that doesn't push back when you try and make the connection for the ailerons. It's your rod. This is where you screw in. And looking at this, it is a metal plate, and therefore I guess it's threaded, but I can't see it being brass. It's got painted there, so they might have painted over it. This is quite interesting. I'm not sure. I can't believe you're screwing into plastic, but you might be. Now it's got a metal plate on both sides actually, so this looks as though this has a tube going through and it's plated both sides. Retracts, nothing fancy. They don't fold, they don't twist, they just go up forward. Underside, nice, smooth and clear. As I said, it's got two EDF fans in there. Cheek ducts on the insides here, cooling for the speed controller, which is just under there. These are also open to take in air, as of course are the main air intakes. And it is a multi-bladed fan unit. I don't know if you can see them in there. There's one and there's another there. I'll count the blades if I can. Let me count them. There's some light in there, I can't see. It's a bit dark down there. Here we go. Wow, that's some structure in there, I tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think it's a 12-bladed fan unit. Might be 11, but I think it's 12. Yeah. So the retracts are aluminium, quite chunky aluminium actually, and I believe, yeah, they're sprung. So that's sprung. The retract up here, as you can see, it's quite chunky. The wheels aren't massive, but they are an okay size for the field. Yeah, that's good. I'll get all the specs for the speed controller and everything and put them up. These are Metal Gear servos. That is a brand new release Flyfans SU27 twin 64mm EDF, and it looks fantastic. I'm slightly disappointed, but at the same time I can see opportunities. My slight disappointment is this is sold as a Ukrainian Air Force SU27, but there are no decals provided whatsoever in the package. Nothing. That means I have an opportunity to contact Kali Graphics and ask them to do me a set that will work on this model. It doesn't come with a manual, nothing at all, so I'm guessing there's got to be something online, because I have no idea where the CFG should be on this thing. I have no idea where what the rates are for it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm ecstatic and really happy that this is a model that I can get, and I'm really looking forward to putting it together, which doesn't look too difficult at all. But As for the CMG and all that other stuff that you need to make it work, who knows? I'm going online to see if I can find any FlyFan website or something that might contain the necessary information for it.
2 hours later.
I think I've solved this now. There's a fantastic video by FNRC on YouTube. It's not this particular camo scheme, but they actually do a complete build of this, point out all the issues with it. They also tell you where the CMG goes, which happens to be 14.5 centimeters from the wing root at the fuselage. So I've measured back 14.5, drawn a line across and put a CG marker on. The reason for this here, which I suppose is obvious, is depending what battery you put in here, you might not be able to move it around enough to get that 14.5 CG point. If that's the case, you can put a bit of weight here in the nose, maybe velcro it down to help get the balance. Of course, that's if it's tail heavy. If it turns out to be nose heavy and your battery's right back here, then you're still going to have to stick weight on the tail. But I like the idea on the basis that if it's tail heavy, you can just add a bit of weight into here. So I quite like that. And that's why apparently this is made removable. I've sent out a lot of emails. One is to FlyFan models asking why I got this and it doesn't have the roundels and decals on the fin. Second email went to Carly Graphics asking if they can provide me with them. I've also written to the company I purchased this from, email of course, asking them why it hasn't come with a manual and the appropriate decal set. I'm waiting for replies, but in the meantime this video I found on YouTube is very, very good. I couldn't resist, I had to put the wings on and the nose. Give you some idea of the size of this. The rule I have put down there is a 30 centimetre rule. One, all the way up to 30, which is a foot. What we're looking at here is, and I haven't even included the tail part. The tail part is 16 centimetres. So we're looking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 feet in length. Just a quick update. FlyFans got back to me rather quickly. That was good. However, their reply was complete trash. FlyFans will not support anyone who has not purchased the model directly from them. According to them, it's irrelevant that there's no decals, there's no manual in the product I purchased because I purchased it from a third party. The fact they supplied it like that to the third party apparently doesn't even come into it. The least they could have done was provide me with the missing decals and access, whether it's a PDF or what, I don't care, manual. But no. Since I made the video, the French company I purchased the SU27 from have provided me a link to a full colour manual, a PDF which I've downloaded, so I've got that. They, the French company, also contacted FlyFans, and FlyFans are now sending me a complete decal set directly. However, even if I don't get that, I don't care, because Carly Graphics has come through big time for me. Not only can they provide the missing decals, such as the roundels, top and bottom of the wing, and the shield, the Ukrainian shield that goes on the fins, but they're also going to provide me with all the extra little bits that go on the aircraft, such as the ejection seats, the danger keep clear in Ukrainian, so I can actually make it look much better. So in the end it's all come out okay. I'm just still waiting. I've got to wait maybe a month for the graphics to come through from Kali Graphics. And the manual I've already got. Everything else is okay. The manual's great, so it actually shows everything I needed to know. All the movements, surface movements, the C of G, which was correct. FNRC, this Chinese company, when they did the build of it, they got it perfectly right. The CG spot on. So I'm a happy bunny now. I've no idea when it will be built. Maybe 2024 sometime, and it'll be made. And so thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay well, look after yourselves, and I hope to see you on another video soon. Cheers.